Now, yesterday morning, I started off with the video about, well, the search warrant in Pennsylvania. And I told you guys they were going to release more probably that morning, and, well, they did. And, of course, I had some tards in my comment section saying, but you didn't talk about the noon stuff, JP. I said in the video that they were going to release more in a little bit. Now they've released more, and now I'm going to talk about it, you slow bastards. I'm JB Gunner. This is Crime Time, where today we're going to be talking about the rest of what they found with Brian Kohberger at Brian Kohberger's father's parents' house. And guess what? They still got nothing. I know there's a lot of you tired, but they found a gun. It's a stabbing, dummy. Let's start it. Let's go.
Bring it back.
Damn! What's going on, everybody? As you guys know, I'm JB Gunner, and this is Crime Time with JB Gunner. Hope you guys all having a fantastic Friday. Guys, we did morning coffee. We actually were going to do morning coffee at 10 a.m. on this channel, where we will go a little bit deeper into this. So I'm going to let you guys know this video is going to be rather quick, not my normal 30 minutes, nothing like that, because we're going to do it live, where I'm going to be able to interact with all of you guys at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's American time. It's the only time that matters. We're going to be talking about the case then. Before we get into this, though, real quick, I want to say thank you to everybody that supports the channel, regardless of the method you choose, whether it's Patreon, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. Guys, truth is, I couldn't do this each and every day as often as I do without you, the Gun Squad. So big shout out to the Gun Squad. Thank you so much. And if you too find value in my content, feel free to hit the links down below. I want to give a special shout out before we start this video to Harsh Reality. We had some back and forth in the comment section. Really good dude. We both had bacon and eggs this morning. Good dude. Really good dude. So Harsh, if you're watching, shout out to you, brother. Shout out to Grizzly True Crime. Some of the people, those are the two people I watched consistently and daily. So I definitely would recommend their content to you. Just stay away from Harsh and the mental illness thing. You know, that shit turns left real quick. And believe it or not, there was a couple of people that had problems with me apologizing to Harsh. You can suck my dick. I'm a grown-ass man. If I can gloat when I'm right, I can say I'm sorry when I'm wrong. And that's the way the shit works. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into this, because they have nothing. And I'm just going to summarize this real quick before the live stream. 3 knives, a shovel, a handgun, a black ski mask, among evidence taken from Brian Kohberger's parents' house and his white Hyundai. Newly unsealed search warrants revealed. Now, if you listen to some YouTubers who love the clickbait, right? The same YouTubers that will tell you Brian Kohberger's only girlfriend died in 2018. He don't know that shit. You know what I'm saying? It looks like this is the Jesus one. This is right. Tyler Feller's the Jesus true crimer. Anyway, shout out to all you Christians out there. But let's just be honest. He doesn't quite tell you the truth. How do I know? Because last night he released a video, said, murder weapon found? Brian Kohberger's car held the secrets. And if you click on the video, he will tell you that the whole list was found in the car. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. But hey, I'll give people a break. You get your prayer on before you do your videos, brother. Maybe Jesus will reveal the truth to you, my man. I'm with you. Pennsylvania police released the full list in an unsealed warrant on Thursday. It includes knives, a gun, ammunition, books, a laptop, and cell phone. That sounds like killer shit to me. A note from Brian to Dad was also taken, but its contents are unknown. From Brian to Dad. Now, that would be interesting if that note was a confession, obviously. If that was one of them Brian Laundrie type notes, that would be interesting. But here's what I want to tell you. Since there's so much misinformation out there, they have this big list that you see right here. And for you guys, let me make this clear to you. I don't get my information from the websites. Much like Grizzly True Crime, I get it straight from the docket. And So I've seen all this. You can clearly see right here, receipt for property. All the shit right here is what was found in the Hyundai Elantra. That's the shit that was in the car. That doesn't say 4 computers. That doesn't say a gun. That doesn't say a knife. That doesn't say anything. But let's get to the itemized list because this is what we're going to go over. Now, I want to keep this. I want you to keep this. Let's start with the car. Okay. Well, let's start with the previous search from the unsealed warrant. 1 silver flashlight. We talked about that yesterday morning. 4 medical style gloves. Nothing there shows anything other than the fact that they took what they had on his person. He was probably wearing that outfit when they arrested him. Okay? Now, I just want to make this very clear that doesn't say anything. Just because you take someone's clothes doesn't mean anything. Now, let's take a look at the car. They found swabs. They found, let me pull this up. A Ziploc bag with a pink zipper. Now stop me when you hear some shit that sounds like a killer. Stop me. Plastic baggie with green zipper. 7 quarters. 36 dimes. The man can make a phone call. 32 nickels. 8 pennies. Gloves. It is the winter time in Pennsylvania. Receipts, well, we all got receipts, car insurance card, car registration, hiking boots, all this shit that you're hearing right now, I got in my car too, except for the swabs. Comfort Inn room key holder and stay information, something. Maybe he's not the incel. Sometimes you got to take a bitch to the hotel. If you want him, come to my hotel. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. Y'all keep saying he's an incel. So it looks to me like he's a little broke. I mean, who gets to Comfort Inn? That's one of them $50 a night. That's where you take random YouTube whores. That's where when you don't want them to come to your house. You know what I'm saying? Girl, we going to the Comfort Inn. I don't want to be at Comfort. Well, too bad, bitch. We're going to the Comfort Inn. Tire irons, shovel. Now the shovel's a little odd, but it is winter time. Goggles, damn. Floor mats, reflective vest, used water bottles, wrench, door panel, seats and seat cushions, headrest, seat belt, visor, fiber, brake pedal, gas pedal, phone charger, Band-Aid, wrappers, maps, documents, seat belt, and a boot. Now, other than the fact there's not the second boot, let's just call it what it is. This is shit you would find in every last one of ours car. So when you go back here to Mr. Jesus, you got to ask yourselves, what secrets? It said Kohberger's car held his secrets. No, it did not. Not in the slightest. There was nothing in that car. Can we at least stop right now? Can we be in agreement? There's nothing in the car. Now, I do want to throw this question out there, though. Hopefully there will be DNA. I mean, if you want him convicted. How do you slaughter 4 people and then not get their DNA in the getaway car that you ran to immediately? If there's no DNA in that car, I'm sorry, Brian Kohberger is innocent. It's just the way it works. Now let's take a look at inside the parents' house. Now, this gets a little bit more interesting, but also recognize that this is Brian Kohberger's parents' house. Not all of these things may belong to Brian Kohberger. Number 1 on the list is knife. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys really believe he's stupid? Let's just say you believe he did it. Do you think he's dumb enough to take the fucking knife all the way across country, the murder weapon, all the way across country to fucking Pennsylvania? How many knives? I got hundreds of knives in my house. They found a knife. Book with underlining on page at 118. Now, I am curious to see what that says. But unless that thing says, how do you murder, unless that book says, gives you instructions on how to murder 4 people and get away with it, I don't see where it could matter. AT&T bill for Kohberger. The Glock 22, Gen S 40 caliber, serial, blah, blah, blah. This is a stabbing case. And that's the funny thing. You get all the liberals and the people that don't live in America. That's like, oh, he had a gun. Yeah, dickhead, this is a stabbing case. Well, that means he's a killer. Bro, there's 400 million guns in the United States of America. This is a 28-year-old that lives in the state of Pennsylvania and then went to school in Idaho. These are gun states. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like he's some Berkeley student off in California and shit. A grown-ass man having a gun is a very normal thing. Smith & Wesson pocket knife, and they're like, oh, there's the knife. You really think the pocket knife did it? Stop it. Folder containing vehicle paperwork. Acer laptops. So they're grabbing computers, and there's 4 computers total they took. Do you think he owned all 4 computers? Remember, there was the mom, the dad, the sister, and Brian Kohberger. That's 4 people. So it sounds to me like they took everybody's device. Green leafy substance in green container. Uh-oh, drugs. I told you dope was involved. Let's just say it's Kohberger. Too many dope fiends in this case for dope to not be involved. And listen, I don't want to hear none of you people. Weed is not drugs. Yes, it is, cocksucker. It's an intoxicant. It's an intoxicant, all right? So, for you people that said, no, there's no drugs here, Brian Kohberger's clean. No, he's not clean. Now, don't get me wrong, I still don't think they have evidence to convict him, but clearly he's not clean. Clearly he does drugs. That's in a green container, green leafy substance in a plastic bag. Clearly, he's a drug addict. There's no other way around it. Clearly, he's a dope fiend. Just like everybody else I've been talking about. Let's get back to it. Documents. Ooh, I got documents. White paper with password. I got one of those too. Power cable. I got one of those too. Cell phone. I got one of those too. Now, them getting the electronics would be a good way to establish motive. Some shit like that. If he did it, then they're obviously going to look for any trace of that on his electronics. This still doesn't mean anything because they were going to take all this shit. There's still nothing here that says he killed anybody. Books, I'm sure that means books. 3 Glock 40 caliber magazines empty. It means the man goes shooting. Prescription. Black gloves. I got black gloves. 1 black hat, 1 black mask. Let me tell you something. I could show you video right now of me hiking in Pennsylvania. In the mountains in Pennsylvania. Right, not too far away from where Brian Kohberger was at. And you know what you'd see me wearing? A black mask. What they call it, a balaclava or whatever the fuck it's called. Okay? Personal identifying documents. New Balance shoes. Still, we had the Nikes. Now there's New Balance. We don't even know if those are his, but you know what they're still not? Vans. Dark colored jacket. I got one. Dark jackets. I got one. Dark colored shirts. I got a few. Dark colored pants. I definitely got some. Clear plastic glove. I mean, there's gloves in my house. Sometimes you got to pick up dog shit. You got to do all kinds of shit in this world. Laptop with damage. I have one. I have a couple of those. Record of sale. Glock 22. So they got the record of sale for the gun. Items photographed but not taken. Item photographed but not taken. Whatever the fuck that was. A note in desk. Criminal psychology book. Documents. Columbia Navy fleece. A man's hand drawing. So he drew a man's hand. 10 non-legible. Inside 10 non-legible inside glove box. Inside glove, inside box. So we don't know what the fuck that is. Just 10 something inside glove, inside box. Various criminology books, notes, license cards. Well, he was a criminology student, so that makes sense. Dark color hats, I got them. Black gloves, I got them. By the way, we don't even know if all this is Kohberger's, by the way. By the way, they got black gloves on here twice. Okay? So I'm just saying. Motherboard. People that have computers and college students, he sounds like a nerd. So having a motherboard sitting around isn't shit. Washington State University paperwork. Normal. Note from Brian from Montana. Okay. So while he was out there, he wrote his parents a note. Medical documents, normal. Court documents, normal. Note to dad from Brian, probably normal. I mean, I'm curious what that is. Is that a confession? Is that a Brian Laundry type note? Colored spiral notebook, normal. Dark colored clothes, normal. HP all-in-one computer, that's probably the family's computer. Dark clothes and laundry basket, normal. They took the clothes in the laundry basket. 4 buccal swabs where they swabbed him, no problem. 2 pair of dark colored boots, 1 pair of brown boots. I'm sorry. Was there something there that said Brian Kohberger's a murderer? He's got a gun, JB. Shut your liberal ass up. Not everybody that has a gun is a fucking murderer. And by the way, this is a stabbing. So they got his electronics. That's it. Y'all waited all this time for the search warrants. You say, JB, you gotta wait for the warrants, the searches. They're gonna find so much stuff in his car. Yeah, they found like 85 cents. They're gonna find so much stuff in his house. Yes, they took the whole family's computers and some clothes. But what about the knives, JB? Well, my house has hundreds of knives. You guys don't really think too good goddamn straight. We'll be talking about this more in detail today at 10 a.m. on the stream. I'll get some of your guys' opinions on it as well. If you like what I do here and you find my content valuable, feel free to hit the links down below. All these YouTubers and everybody out here saying, this is the smoking gun. He's got a .40 caliber gun, JB. So do a lot of us. But this was a killing. That was a stabbing. Who the fuck cares about the gun? Except for you people that believe all people that have guns are killers. I'm JB Gunner. This is Crime Time. Let me know in the comment section. Are you seeing something I don't see? Do you see anything here? Everybody's like, this is it. He's done for. They're like, he's fucking done for, JB. By the way, I just want to say this. He wasn't even good at cutting the fish. Okay? He was never even allowed to cut the fillets, the fish for the customers. He was so bad at cutting fish, you motherfuckers believe that he went and filleted a bunch of humans. Ain't that shit awesome? Anyways, we'll go ahead and get on out of here. We'll go more in detail today on the live stream. If you guys like what I do here and you want to support the channel, if my content is valuable, hit the links down below. Subscribe, do all that good shit. If you want to find my other content, it's down there too. If you want to get into my political shit, which no, no, you don't want to. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you at the stream. Y'all be cool. Just want to get you a video out. Peace out.